Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Welcome back. We just had a bit of a break because today's actually not gone that well. We played the Yasuo game, which I think I'm uploading, but like terrible Yorick, not much you can do. We actually just went to go play Party Animals. I'm in the playtest. By the time this video comes out, it's definitely out. Would really recommend that game. We might have played it for an hour or so, and like I'm in a happy mood again, and everything's great. So against a Renekton, we're against a one-trick Hecarim with 1.3 million mastery. That's insane. Smurf Cassin with very, very insane win rate. I'm not loving the Cho'Gath mid pick, and he's on a 4-game loss streak. That's not great. Lux main is our Sona, and Lee Sin doesn't really play it. So the enemy team, I'd say, definitely has advantage here. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, those shoes, I have a pair of them shoes. Would recommend them, especially for dog walks and stuff. Oh, nice, Vixie. Very nice. I saw that. It looked good.
Scurry weakling. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
That is insanely aggressive. Like, because this guy's a big one trick, he's just going to do the same gameplay every single game, I'd imagine. You took W, level 1. What are you two doing now? Great. Good job, Hecarim. I've just cost myself to be camped in lane phase, though, I'd imagine. That, unfortunately, is probably going to happen. But yeah, now that Hecarim doesn't get a leash and he doesn't have Ghost, so his first gank isn't even going to be as effective as normal. No idea why they tried to do that. That was a... Wow. That was a very odd play that the enemy team attempted to do. Obviously, right now I'm vulnerable to another gank, so because I got first blood, etc., etc. That's great. I've not used the first blood gold, so right now our advantage isn't that big. So I want to push it in really fast. He's used TP, but now I'm going to go back and use my gold.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Ezra died with a flash up. Okay. Can't tell if that was Queen Pleb saying Maya no.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
She still is occasionally a little naughty girl. She pushes her boundaries. How did we decide on the name Maya? So we pretty early on, we were going to get a male dog. And we very, very, very quickly decided on the name for the male dog. He should be dead. Oh, is he not dead because of he didn't die, he leveled up. We very early decided on the male dog name, and we were going to call it Mars. Because of Vizsla, the coloration, everything. I just loved the name Mars for a male Vizsla. And then when we picked, obviously, what litter we were going to get a dog. And we were 4th in line, and obviously it's very unlikely for a litter to have... Well, it depends how many, the breakdown. And it turned out Maya's mama had 9 Vizslas, but only 3 boys. It was 3 boys, 6 girls. So we were 4th in line. So we either were going to be, if anyone ahead of us didn't want a boy, we would have been left with 1 or maybe. But I'd say unfortunately, I'm very happy with what we've ended up with, obviously. Wouldn't trade her for anything, but... The 3 people ahead of us all went for a boy. That just we then had first choice of all the girls. Hey, Shadow Lucifer, 39 months of Prime. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Why prefer a boy? For the very sole reason is Queen Pleb has had dogs her whole life, but she's only ever had boys. So because she's only ever had boys, she was like, maybe we stick to something that I know more. But that was basically the only reason. They do say having girls is a lot harder than boys. Because they basically... Boys do everything they possibly can as long as you get them snipped. They do everything they can just to be part of the pack. Like, that's what they want. They want the idea of being out of the pack for a male dog is the most disastrous thing that they can ever imagine. So it's quite easy to discipline a boy dog versus a girl. He ghosted. This Hecarim does not like me. So yeah, that's basically it. Where a girl, they're a bit more comfortable being not in the direct pack sometimes. And also girls generally test boundaries more than males. And every single trainer and behaviorist that we've spoken to, they kind of equate girls to being, a lot of the time, smarter.
Enemy double kill. You have slain an enemy.
What are you doing? So yeah. And I will say, I know every dog's different. You'll definitely get very intelligent male dogs too. But one of our neighbors has a Vizsla male who's a month younger. Yeah, he's lovely, but he's definitely not as smart as Maya. And I'm not just being biased. Like he's definitely, it's a different type of dog. He should be, again, it's a Renekton early game. If he doesn't wreck me in lane phase, he's in big trouble.
I do not tolerate cowardice.
An enemy has been slain.
No, it was quite weird. We didn't know these neighbors. Again, we all were obviously moved into new houses, etc. So no one knew each other. And we were walking Maya, and we were walking home in a nearby park. And there was they were entering the park with a little dog, and we're leaving it. And I was like, wait, is that a Vizsla? And it was. And we also didn't know these neighbors yet properly. And we got to talking to them, and they were like, oh, where do you guys? And the guy, I didn't actually recognize them. The guy recognized me hilariously, and he even said at the time, he was like, wait, you're the one with the Merc? Because I still had the CLA at the time. And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you're right next to us. I was like, wait, what? And yeah, they're near enough, like, right near us. Not like our direct neighbor, but very close. And hilariously, he knew my car. HuzzyGames.
Strength above all.
So, genuinely, it was a complete shock that they had a Vizsla and we had a Vizsla.
Shut down.
And it was kind of like, whoa, what's the chances of that?
Enemy double kill.
There's a 7-2 Vayne on the enemy team, guys. We ain't gonna win this game. Ezreal auto attack. There we go.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill.
This game's not going too well.
You have slain an enemy.
Bins. Be very careful of a Hecarim. I would like to get plates, obviously, but if Hecarim's just going to yeet himself up to me any second. Dun, dun, dun. I never see Renektons win lane, man. I never, ever see them win. Don't understand how they don't. And it's the kind of, I don't understand why they're so popular, because I never see them win. Oh yeah, I played Renekton and I did alright. But yeah. Also, did I say Shadow Lucifer? Thank you so much for the 39 months of Prime. I think I said it, but just in case I didn't. This Renekton's dead if he stays, but he's probably going to back away. Hey, Thorkin. Yeah, hilariously, that meeting of Maya with our neighbor's Vizsla was the first time Maya ever, like, dominated a dog. And, like, she still has that problem to this day. She's not aggressive. She's a dominant dog. But she's a non-confident dominant dog. A confident dominant dog knows it's dominant and that it just accepts it. Every other dog accepts it, and there you have it. But Maya's dominant but not confident, so therefore she feels the need of, like, I need to show my dominance to dogs. It's like, no, you don't. It's gotten better. It used to be really bad. And we're slowly getting it out of her, and you're basically trying to teach her you don't need to do that. Every dog knows you're dominant. When she goes up to some dogs, if they're quite a passive dog, they will instantly roll over. They will instantly roll over and be like, I don't want anything, don't worry about it, you're dominant. And they just accept it. Ah. Sakram has really wanted to gank me this game. 3 years, I know, my dude. It's crazy, isn't it? Time flies when you're having fun.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Smart by Vayne. She walked in the tower to deny the Lee Sin or a carrier kill. That was smart.
Not so. Do it.
What are you doing? Don't know. You know when I played that Renekton game and we did good against the Rhythm? It's genuinely, I honestly think why so many Renektons do bad is because they just take bad fights. They willingly take bad fights. Just because you're Renekton and you have an insane early game doesn't mean you can just fight any situation. You still have to be fairly smart. And that's what every Renekton that I come across, they just suck because they just think they can fight every single situation. You still got to be smart about it. My body telling me yeah. He should have been top lane by now. Is he like tilted? Oh, he's back. Just took him ages. I think we are at the stage that I could easily 2v1 these two as long as I get my passive up. I need ult, and then I think, yeah, 2v1 is possible. So I don't want to be perma-split push this game. Like, obviously, the meta in top lane a lot of the time is perma-split push. When I win this much as Darius, it'll be a waste to perma-split push. It's not also my character's strength. It would just be silly to do it. And also, Renekton's not exactly a split pusher either, so... I don't know what this guy's doing. Tilted, I guess. You know what he's doing? Getting destroyed. Yeah. I think he's mentally given up, which again, I do think also happens, not just Renekton, I think more early game champions when you're playing an early game champ and you do bad, their mental just goes boom. Because, like, what else do they have? Like, you're playing an early game champ that's been beat in the early game. It ain't going to improve for you. You know? Yeah, Hecarim's nearby again. He's 0-4 and incredibly squishy. I don't even think he's going to go from... Oh, Renekton's coming back.
My destination is clear.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to stay top lane for now. Again, I want to group eventually, but if my team are doing well, then I technically don't need to. That is one thing also to say. If my team just win fights, then I may as well stay top lane because I'm going to get stronger myself. Oh, Renekton. Poor fella. Used to play a lot of Darius. I like this champ. I understand people's frustrations with this champion. But this Renekton has more or less done this to himself. Did I even need to ult? No. Cooler though.
Killing spree.
He hasn't even got an item. Jesus. What's about there? Renekton's bot. So they're putting Vayne against me, I guess. He's trying to all like he's 1 and 5 and he's instantly trying to all in the Cho'Gath. Cho should not lose that. He's gonna lose it. If he survives it, it's alright, but yeah, that Cho nearly lost that. Oh, they surrendered. There you go. Absolute destruction of the Renekton there. We were speaking about this earlier today. I just think Renekton is such a bad pick. Like, he doesn't win lane against most meta things, and he falls off. I don't see why people pick Renekton. I don't get it. I do not get it. I honestly have no idea. Supports don't get honoured, so well done to the Sona. Plus 29, not too bad. We got an S. We went 6-1-0, 13,000 damage. I nearly got the most damage done, just a little bit under the Ezreal. That's not too bad. But yeah, pretty good game. And that Renekton, he is a top lane main. Renekton is his 4th played. He's a Camille main, then Gwen, then Fiora, then Renekton. But yeah, I just don't get why you pick Renekton. Like, genuinely, I've tried to understand it. I've played it myself. We did okay, but like, you see them all the time. For how popular he is, I simply don't get it. I just see them do bad constantly. And because this game was really short, I'll do 2 things. I'm going to wrinkle this bag and see if we can call the beast. It's like, you know, Davy Jones can summon the Kraken. I can summon my own Kraken as well. Up. Come on, up. There you go. Good Curly. My own Kraken. And then we'll play a game of Loldal, because why not? Good girl, Miss Maya. Anywhere in the house. I don't have a massive house, so like, don't get me wrong. But anywhere, if she's even in the garden, I think she'd hear that, and she'd come running. It's does make me laugh. Right. So let's play Loldal. We just played Darius, so I'll guess Darius. So it's not male, not top, not human, but it's got mana. Great, and it's old. An old female mana. Lux. And not Noxus. Oh! Fiddlesticks? Or Shaco? Shaco's male? Oh, I thought Shaco was like other. So it's not male or female, but it's a jungler. It's an old 2000, an OG jungler. In the original pool of champions. Yeah, Fiddle. I guess Fiddle isn't male or female. Fiddle's other. There you go. Bomb. Let's find some friends. A Mumu? Everything about friends has to be a Mumu. Yeah. Okay. It's a gun. Looks like Jin. Oh. It's not Jin's gun. Senna? Samira. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Is that her Q? Yeah. Bacteria. I mean, that looks like Zac, so I'm going to guess Zac. Yeah, okay, it's not. A bow with bacteria or something like that. Cogmore? Oh. Stealth. Oh, it's Twitch. Poison. Okay. That's literally just Mafia Graves. Is that Crime City? Yeah, it's Crime City. There you go. Well, there we go. That's Loldal. If you guys enjoyed this game, though, absolute destruction of the Renekton, do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime. I know how to unleash eternal power. Lead us to